Welcome back to my channel where I'm just doing some short lessons to teach my 10-year-old son Python while I'm away. So today's lesson is just going to be about variables. What is a variable? How do we use it? And why would we use it? So let's have a look at the shell first. So if I type in a number, let's say I type in 20. Python tells me, hey look, you've typed in the number 20, which is great. Now if I type in age equals 20 and I hit enter, Python doesn't tell me anything. But if I print age, and I go print age and hit enter, Python knows, hey, you printed age and we know you've stored 20 in that. So how does that actually work? So if you look at our expression, you can see there's three parts. So we've got a variable, which is the age, and then we got this equal sign, which is called an assignment, and then we got this 20, which is a value. So let's start from the back. So this is a value. This could be a number, it could be a string. So we could type in age equals what's up AJ Rock. Okay, my son has a YouTube channel which he calls AJ Rock, so he'll appreciate that, I'm sure. And if I type in print age, it will write back to me what's up AJ Rock. So this value here, as I said, it can be anything. It can be a number, it can be a floating point, it can be strings, it can be a letter, it can be anything. So then we'll move on to this one here. So this is an equal sign. So what's that called? It's called an assignment. So basically what we're doing is we're assigning a value into a variable. So there's many different types of assignments, but for this we'll just be using equals, and all it's going to do is going to put a value into a variable, and that's it. So then the last piece then is the actual variable itself. So a variable is a value that can be stored and used within a program. It can be used as many times as you want, and you can change that variable as many times as you want in that program as well. So that's why it's called variable. It can vary. So for example, we had age equals 20, but we also put age equals age what's up AJ Rock. So we can change, chop and change as we go down through our code, and that's quite useful. So where would we use that in real life? So let's move over to our editor over here, and let's just say we want to know somebody's age or somebody's name, for example, but we want them to type that to us and tell us what their name is. How would we do that? So the first thing we need is a variable. So we need somewhere to store their actual name. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait for them to input that in. So this input just basically waits for us on the shell to type in a name and press enter. As soon as we press enter, then this will move on to the next line. So we'll ask a question. What is your name? Okay, and then what we'll do then is we'll just print that straight back to them. We'll say print what is up, and then we hit the plus here and we'll put name. Okay, and I'll just run that just to show you how it works for a second. Click OK to save. So you can see a shell has opened up and it has what is your name. So nothing else has happened, it's just sitting there waiting for us to type in a name. So I'll type in my name, Derek, and it says what is up Derek. So if you look at our program here, what we've done is we've stored Derek, which is what I've typed in, into this variable name, and then we've printed that out by using what is up plus our variable. So this plus here is an operator, but what it's doing is concatenating the strings, and I'll talk about that again later when I talk about strings and different data types. But all I've basically done is typed out my name here, and if I was to run that again, I could type in a different name. So I could type in AJ Rock, for example, hit enter and say what is up AJ Rock. So that's one example of why we would use a variable. So what I want you to try and do is I want you to try and expand on this. And after we ask them for their name, so we'll say, what is your name? They write back, you say, what is up, whatever their name is, and then ask them for their age, and then print their age back to them. So give it a go and see if you can do it. If you have any trouble, just let me know in the comments below, and I can try and help you out. And that's it. So any questions, again, just let me know. I'm happy to help, and have a good day. Thanks for stopping by.